that these students are supported fully. Otherwise, we will always have a gap in terms of human resources who are technical sound. And that is what we've been lacking, Mr. Chair. If you remember, when we were doing the tallow pipeline in Turkana, and we required specialized skills on the welding. You know, welding an oil pipeline is not like welding a normal metal grills and what have you. You need specialized skills. And we had to actually import welders from out of this country to come and do that job. This is a big shame for this country, Mr. Chairman, if almost 60 years of independence and we cannot still be able to provide a person who can be able to weld an oil pipeline. It's a serious shame for this country. And I wish to really support what Honorable Jomo has just proposed, and I think that particular clause has to be retained. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Honorable members, allow me now to put the question that clause 4 be deleted as proposed by the chair of the Labour Committee. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The nays have it. And now put the global question that clause 4 as amended, that clause 4 be part of the bill. Will as many as that opinion say aye? Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 5.
I propose the question that clause 5 be part of the bill. There is a proposal by the Labour Committee to delete. The Honourable Session.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. Of course, considering the trend that all the previous clauses have taken, and we gave a caution. If you are deducting levies from employees, practically speaking, such revenue is not enough to train everyone else in the country unless you are appropriating from the budget. So we have to be cautious to make a law that is easy to implement and make it work. And as for clause 5, Chair, we propose that the bill be amended by deleting clause 5. And of course, if all other previous amendments were adopted, this amendment is unnecessary as it is a consequential amendment to the KRA Act. Yeah, so as a committee, we still propose that clause 5 be deleted. Thank you.
I propose the question that clause 5 be deleted as proposed by the committee. The Honourable Jude.
Honourable Chair, this particular clause is amending the Kenya Revenue Authority Act by giving it authority to collect levy on behalf of NITA. So really, when we have passed all the others, this is as a natural consequence of the amendments that we have done, that we have to give this authority to Kenya Revenue Authority. So it doesn't make sense to oppose this particular amendment after we have accepted to the others. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Session, sometimes it is good to realize when it has fled, and let it be. So this one, I think I will just proceed to put the question that clause 5 be deleted as proposed by the Labour Committee. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of a contrary opinion say nay? Nay? The nays have it. And now put the global question that clause 5 be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Honourable members, you need to keep your eyes on the ball. This is the global question. And now put the question that clause 5 be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? Nay? The ayes have it.
Title.
I propose the question that the title be the title of the bill. And now put the question that the title be the title of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Oh, sorry. The Honourable Member Session was also proposing to delete this one.
Your Chair, I've got to present the entire position of the committee
Proceed.
for purposes of consideration of the House.
Of record, yes.
Yeah, that on the title, the long title, that the bill be amended by deleting the long title. Justification is that the committee was of the view that the amendment bill is unnecessary as it has been implemented through administrative changes, and further, others have been overtaken by legislative changes. And that indeed is the position of the committee.
I propose the question that the title be deleted as proposed by the committee. I now put the question that the title be deleted as proposed by the committee. Will as many as that opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as our contrary opinion say nay? Nay? The nays have it. I now put the question that the title be the title of the bill. Will as many as that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as our contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 1.
I propose the question that clause 1 be part of the bill. The Honorable Session, you have a proposal to delete?
Do I really have a proposal? Yeah. Clause 1. Yes, Chair, yes, indeed. That clause 1 be deleted, and the justification is that the committee was of the view that the amendment bill is unnecessary as the proposals have been implemented through administrative changes, and further, others have been overtaken by legislative changes. So we propose the deletion of clause 1.
I propose the question that clause 1 be deleted as proposed by the committee. I now put the question that clause 1 be deleted as proposed by the committee. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of our contrary opinion say nay? The nays have it. I now put the global question that clause 1 be part of the bill. Will as many as that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of our contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. The mover to report.
Thank you, Honorable Chairman. I beg to move that the committee do report to the House its considerations of the Industrial Training Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 4 of 2019, and its approval thereof with amendments.
Honorable members, I put the question which is that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the Industrial Training Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 4 of 2019, and its approval thereof with amendments. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of our contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable members, before we move to the next step on the Industrial Training Amendment Bill, I direct that we move to the next business, the Employment Amendment number 2 Bill, National Assembly Bill number 79 of 2019 by the Honorable Gideon Kitel. Is he the one that I see walking in? Honorable Kitel. Honorable members, we are now in consideration of the Employment Amendment number 2, Bill, National Assembly Bill number 79 of 2019 by the Honorable Gideon Keter.
Clause 2.
I propose the question that clause 2 be part of the bill. There's a proposal by him to amend it. Yes, the Honorable Session, you're still on this one? There is a...
Chair, faithfully on behalf of the chair of the committee and on behalf of the committee, on clause 2, we proposed an amendment of clause 2 by deleting the proposed new subsection 5 and substituting thereof of the following new subsection, that in respect of recruitment, an employer shall not require an employee to submit any clearance of compliance certificates unless such employer intends to enter into a contract of service with the employee, provided that an applicant of a state office shall provide compliance or clearance certificates at such times in the recruitment or approval process as they may be required. Chair, we had clear grounds of justification that whereas a clause has been redrafted to offer clarity, whereas it is necessary for an employer to require an applicant to submit the compliance or clearance certificates as a condition for confirmation of employment, the requirement should not be used to lock out applicants at the very first instant of recruitment or application. We felt it was a necessary barrier and on young Kenyans. An employer ought to show some serious interest in recruiting the applicant before requiring him or her to incur any cost associated with the procurement of clearance of compliance certificate and not lock out an applicant who does not provide these documents at the initial stage or interview stage. This move will greatly benefit the youth, as the majority job seekers who have limited resources are yet to incur hefty cost associated with the sourcing of these clearance certificates without the promise of securing the job. Chair, we consider that majority of these applicants are very poor and cannot raise any levies, and requiring them to raise any levies is actually unfair. Chair, the committee observed that there was a difference between compliance and clearance certificates. Some institutions issued either type of certificate depending on the nature of the applicant. The clause is therefore redrafted to include both compliance and clearance certificate. And thirdly, Chair, the provision in clause 5 is necessary to ensure compliance with Chapter 6 of the Constitution of Kenya. This is because, unlike regular recruitment processes, the process of appointment of a state officer is rigorous and elaborate. It comprises various approval stages by different authorities and bodies, and as such, it should be possible for the ethics and integrity requirements to be ascertained from the first stage of approval as well as at any other stage of the approval process. Chair, we considered redrafting that clause, and we propose that the redrafted clause be adopted by the House. Thank you, Chair.
Honorable members, I propose the question that clause 2 be amended as proposed by the committee. The Honorable Keter, you'll have the first go at it because it's your proposal. Or if you are not ready, we can have the Honorable Lesuda Naisula, who seems to be ready, the member for Samburu, as you put your thoughts together, the Honorable Keter.
Thank you, Chair. And I just want to thank the committee for this clause and to say that it is a clause that is long overdue. As a country, we know that young people, most of them, are just fresh from campus or colleges. And Mr. Chair, they have gone through school with a lot of difficulties. And then again, we are asking them for these clearance certificates and even add a cost to it. So I think this is something that is very important, and I support. Later is to follow up that the implementation of it is actually done accordingly to how we will pass it here in Parliament. Thank you.
Very well. The Honorable Oluwachitom, member for Madare, do you have something to say to this?
Honorable Speaker, I am waiting for the next one, which is a Community Health Workers Bill. Sorry about
Very well.
that.
Very well. The Honorable Dan Manzo, member for Makueni.
Without the benefit of hearing what the Honorable Keter was to say, I have left with no choice but to agree with the amendment. Mr. Chair, there should be no factors which affect job seekers. It should be made as easy as possible for job seekers to access jobs, and unfortunately that has not been the case in this country. There have been so many cartels, so many corners, a lot of corruption. Even for somebody to get to police, army, those things, those recruitment courses have been a problem. And therefore, owing to the fact that many Kenyans who go to school, their only way to help their families is through employment at the first instance. They are not able to start their own businesses. I really want to support the position of the committee. I thank you, Chair.
The Honorable Martin Owino, do you wish to say something to this? Very well. Honorable members, allow me then to put the question. The Honorable Keter, are you now in a position to say something to the proposed amendment to your
Yes.
proposals?
Thank you, Chair. I'm in support for the committee amendment since it is enriching the bill, and it is true. We are not graduating criminals. We are graduating Kenyans who are qualified, and they should be considered first for employment before they're being asked for any other hindrances apart from that, the normal certificate they get in school. We had created unnecessary hurdles only for job seekers and preventing them from actually getting gainful employment and being taken as cash cows. So I support the committee amendment.
Very well. Honorable members, then allow me to put the question that clause 2 be amended as proposed by the committee. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Title.
I propose the question that the title be the title of the bill. There's no amendment to this. The Honorable Session, what is out of order? Yes, the Honorable Session.
Chair, and I'm sure Honorable Keter can agree with us. The clause 2 actually was in two parts. 2A, and we've gone through 2A, there's 2B. So I'm not sure whether we have adopted. If it is adopted, if the amendments for both 2A and 2B have been adopted by the chair, I stand guided.
We put the global question. The Honorable.
Yes, both sections I'm in support.
Very well. Thank you, the Honorable Session, for clarity. We will now put the global question in regard to clause 2. And the global question then would be that clause 2, as amended, be part of the bill. Will as members of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as members of a contra opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Title.
I propose the question that the title be the title of the bill. There's no proposal to this. I therefore now put the question that the title be the title of the bill. Will as members of that opinion say aye? Will as members of a contra opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 1.
I propose the question that clause 1 be part of the bill. There is a proposal to this, the Honorable Session. Your dilemma, understand it is a misdirection on my notes, but you have no proposal to this. So, yes, it is just a typo on my notes. So you are well, you are fine. You don't have a proposal to this. I will now put the question that the clause 1 be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a contra opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Okay, we are done with that, so we shall move to reporting. The Honorable Gideon.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the Employment Amendment Bill number 2, Bill of National Assembly Bill number 79 of 2019, and its approval thereof with amendments.
I put the question, which is that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the Employment Amendment number 2 Bill, National Assembly Bill number 79 of 2019, and its approval thereof with amendments. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable members, we shall now have reporting on the Industrial Training Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 4 of 2019.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole House has considered the Industrial Training Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 4 of 2019, and approved the same with amendments.
The mover.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee in the said report, and I request Honorable Shamala to second the motion for agreement with the report of the Committee of the Whole House.
The Honorable Shamala.
Honorable Speaker, I do second.
Honorable members, I now propose a question which is that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. Honorable members, I direct that the next step will be undertaken when the matter will be set down in the